Welcome to the Simplify Your Life podcast. It's Coach Simona, and I'm glad you decided to tune in. Hey everyone! In today's podcast episode, we're going to answer the question, why do I want attention? We'll also talk about how to stop seeking attention, and I'm going to share with you my 7-step system on how to stop attention-seeking behavior. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Simona, certified life coach and author of the book 111 Ways to Simplify Your Life. I make weekly podcast episodes on personal development, so if that's something that you're interested in, make sure to subscribe. Now, before we get into my 7 practical tips on how to stop seeking attention, I want to answer the question you're probably already asking yourself. Why do I want attention? Attention-seeking behavior may develop for many different reasons, ranging from low self-esteem to mental disorders. In this podcast episode, we're going to focus on the most common root cause for seeking attention, which is not getting enough attention growing up. When we're young, our parents or primary caretakers are our entire world. We seek their affection, attention, and approval because it's directly linked to our survival. Since we're not able to meet our needs on our own yet, we rely on our parents to provide us with love, security, and safety. When for some reason we feel disconnected from them, because they're working all the time, they're depressed, or maybe they're too focused on their inner world, we may start expressing attention-seeking tendencies early on. We may start doing things that are provoking them to react, no matter how bad that reaction may be. We may feel like any reaction is better than no reaction at all. It's almost as if that reaction means that we're there, we're noticed, we exist. Later on, we may continue fighting for other people's approval, attention, or external validation, just because we haven't developed the ability to tune in and pay attention to ourselves. We keep searching for the things we missed growing up. Some people describe it as a void, a constant need for someone else to pay attention, to show us that they care, that we matter. Now, you may have heard of this before, but it's truly important to understand the link between being insecurely attached and developing attention-seeking behavior. According to attachment theory in developmental psychology, humans are born with the need to form close emotional bond with a caregiver. Psychologist Mary Ainsworth concluded that there were 3 major styles of attachment. The first one is secure attachment, and the other 2 types are different variations of insecure attachment, anxious and avoidant. Now let's examine each one of them. Securely attached people generally approach intimate relationships in a healthier way than the anxious and avoidant types, because they had a secure and loving relationship with their primary caretakers. Both the anxiously attached and avoidantly attached individuals couldn't bond properly with their parents or caregivers, but they developed 2 very different coping mechanisms. Although there are certain exceptions, attention-seeking behavior is often linked to anxious attachment, while pulling away from others, suppressing, and retrieving into your own inner world are all signs of avoidant attachment. What is important to remember here is that seeking attention can happen for a variety of reasons, but it's highly likely that we didn't get enough attention growing up and we started overcompensating for it as a coping mechanism. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Attention seeking is something I also struggled with growing up, so I know what it's like to constantly feel like you need to perform in order to feel loved, appreciated, or validated. The truth is that if you're used to relying on someone else to make you feel good about yourself, it's going to take a while to feel comfortable without their attention or validation, but it's definitely possible. Now, I've come up with a 7-step system to help you stop seeking attention from others by learning how to actually pay attention to yourself. Now, let's get into my first tip. Focus on yourself. This sounds like a no-brainer. But how can you actually focus on yourself, instead of relying on others to pay attention to you? Well, the first step you can take is to start asking yourself one simple question every single day. What do I need right now? This is a very powerful question that's going to help you achieve 2 things at once. 1, you're going to tune into your own feelings and emotional needs. And 2, you're going to find ways to meet them yourself. Now, meeting your own emotional needs can be a challenge, especially in the beginning. So let me give you a few ideas to get started. After asking yourself, what do I need right now? Try to imagine what another person could do for you at this very moment. What would you like them to say or do? How can they show you that they love you and care for you? Now, I want you to brainstorm some ideas on how you can show that same attention, love, and affection to yourself. For example, if you feel like you really need a hug, get into the habit of hugging yourself or curling up under a soft blanket. If you need to talk to someone because you want to vent, get into the habit of journaling and processing your challenging thoughts and emotions on your own. The idea of this simple exercise is to start feeling comfortable focusing on yourself, your needs, and your feelings. By learning how to meet your own emotional needs, you won't be relying on other people to meet them. And that's an important part of overcoming attention-seeking behavior, knowing how to pay attention to yourself. Which actually leads me to step number 2, get to know yourself better. This one is directly linked to focusing on yourself, because when you focus on your needs and desires and learn how to be self-sufficient, you will also get to know yourself better. When we seek attention from others, it's because we feel like we need them to feel validated, heard, or understood. By getting to know your strengths and weaknesses and accepting yourself for exactly who you are, you will feel seen, heard, and understood by the most important person you will ever have in your life, you. Here are some helpful journaling questions you can try to get to know yourself better. 1. What are the top 3 favorite things I like to do in my free time? 2. What would the perfect day look like for me? 3. What are my top 3 strengths and weaknesses? 4. What are 3 things I can let go of that no longer serve me? 5. What are my top 3 core values? Now, the last question is all about the things that are important to you. Your core values are a set of principles that guide you in life. They help you make better decisions, and they would be tremendously helpful when it comes to stop seeking attention. To help you find yours in less than 2 minutes, I've made a free downloadable cheat sheet with the top 98 core values. You can download it by clicking the first link in the description box below or visiting bit.ly/98values. Now, my next tip is something we honestly need more of, and that is to spend a day on your own without technology. If you're seeking attention from others, that is a clear sign that you need to reconnect with yourself and understand what you're trying to avoid by focusing on other people. When you turn off your phone and get away from your computer for a day, you'll be able to understand what's really going on inside. I know that for many of us, spending a day alone can seem like an impossible luxury, but it would be extremely beneficial for you if you could at least block a few hours to yourself this week. Anticipating that sweet drop of attention from others releases dopamine, which is a chemical your brain releases when you're wanting, seeking, desiring something, and anticipating the reward in the end. If you keep seeking attention every time you feel lonely or sad, you will keep repeating the same cycle of rewarding yourself with that sweet dopamine rush from receiving other people's attention. By spending a day on your own without technology, you will be able to starve yourself from dopamine and start enjoying the simple things in life again. I've actually made an entire episode on my dopamine detox experience, so if you're interested in learning more, make sure to listen to episode 94 next. I will leave a link below. Tip number 4 is to develop self-compassion. Accepting yourself when you feel attention-starved, lonely, sad, or afraid takes grace, patience, and a lot of self-compassion. Self-compassion is not something that's going to happen overnight, but it's a beautiful process that you can start right now. So what is the first step towards building self-compassion? Learning how to sit with your uncomfortable thoughts and feelings without judging yourself. This is a tough one. If you're used to seeking attention from others, you probably haven't spent enough time paying attention to yourself, which includes your challenging thoughts and feelings. So next time you feel like you need someone to validate your presence, take a few minutes to yourself. Sit somewhere you know you won't be disturbed, take a few deep breaths, close your eyes, and observe your thoughts. See them as clouds in the sky, passing by, coming and going. Now notice your emotions. Notice that they're just sensations in your body, nothing more. The more you get used to sitting in silence, the easier it will get to stop judging yourself and feel more compassionate towards yourself. Here are some journaling questions that will help you understand your mind better and develop self-compassion. 1. What mean things do I say to myself every day? 2. Are any of them true, or is my mind trying to convince me that I'm not good enough and I need someone else to prove that I'm worthy? 3. What small kind gesture can I do for myself today? Now let's get into tip number 5. Stop people pleasing. Sometimes we may be seeking attention by serving others, even if it's not in our best interest. This is a tricky one, so pay close attention to what I'm about to say next. When you're people pleasing, you're seeking attention in a covert way. You want to feel validated, maybe seen as a reliable good person, or you're looking for praise. This is the other side of the same attention-seeking coin. While you're serving and helping others, which is something amazing if you're doing it for the right reasons, you're also receiving external validation. You feel good about yourself, and you like how others perceive you. The problem with people-pleasing is that you are bending over backwards to receive that drop of attention or affection. But I'm going to be straight with you. It's simply not worth it. And it's going to hurt you in the long run. It's not worth it to base your self-esteem on what you do for others. It's not worth it to put their needs before your own. It's not worth it to rely on them for feeling good about yourself. You need to be your number one priority. And the sooner you realize it, the better. As you can see, I'm deeply passionate about this topic. So I've created a video on how to stop people pleasing on my YouTube channel. You can watch it after this one by visiting youtube.com/Coach Simona. Step number 6 is to do things that you actually enjoy. Now, let's go back in time. I want you to remember something. What did you enjoy doing as a kid? Did you draw pictures? Did you dance to your favorite music? Did you like solving puzzles or maybe playing with makeup? The purpose of asking these questions is to block the outside noise and tune into the things you actually enjoy doing. If you want to stop seeking attention and learn to enjoy your own company instead, discover what lights you up from the inside and find the time to recharge your batteries. Doing things that you enjoy on a daily basis will help you feel more grounded, balanced, and relaxed. And you will begin to look forward to spending time alone instead of seeking attention from others. Doing things that you actually enjoy will help you change your life for the better. So find the time to take good care of yourself. Maybe do a weekly spa night, get into the hobby you used to enjoy a few years ago, or discover a new one. You don't need other people to feel fulfilled, validated, and happy with yourself. You just need to learn how to enjoy your own company by doing more of the things that make you happy. Which actually leads me to my next tip. Keep some things to yourself. If you could take away just one thing from this podcast episode, let it be this. Learn how to keep some things to yourself. Honestly, I wish someone had told me this 10 years ago. It would have saved me a lot of time and energy. When you're seeking attention, you're often oversharing, or maybe doing things that are specifically aimed at getting a certain reaction from someone. If you learn how to keep some things to yourself, you will not only feel better about your experiences, but you will also develop a stronger, healthier relationship with yourself. Think of it this way. When you donate money to a charity and you tell everyone, you will receive a lot of praise and attention. Maybe people will perceive you as a good, generous person. But if you don't tell anyone, you would still have helped a lot of people, which is the only thing that truly matters. External validation is a slippery slope because you're going to feel like the king of the world when you have it, and like you almost don't exist when you don't. That's why I want to emphasize how important it is to unlearn the habit of sharing everything with other people. I want you to challenge yourself. If you're used to venting to your friends about everything that happens at work, stop doing that for a week and see how it feels. Or if you're used to posting on social media every time you travel to an exciting new destination, challenge yourself to resist the temptation to post. Keep all the beautiful photos, memories, and experiences to yourself. Now, I know that we're social creatures and it's natural to want to share and connect with each other. But it's important to notice the difference between sharing because you think it's something that will enrich other people's lives or simply because we're seeking attention. The fact that you've listened so far tells me that you're going to do something about it. I truly wholeheartedly believe in you. I'm not just saying that. I don't like fluff and BS. But as someone who truly struggled with this problem, I know you can do it. If I can do it, so can you. Now, I want to take a second and talk about drama. Drama is a form of attention-seeking behavior when we don't feel seen, heard, or understood. So we start seeking attention in a negative way. because receiving any kind of attention is better than no attention at all. So if you're seeking attention by creating drama for no reason and you want to dive deeper into this topic, make sure to listen to episode 72 next. I will leave a link to it as well. Thank you so much for listening. If you found this episode helpful, please like it. And subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss out on my weekly podcast episodes. I'm sending you all my love, and I'll talk to you in the next one.